What he do? It's your boy Dub Sounds, and this is Dub on the Tech. Right now, we got some breaking news on the Israel and Iran conflict, and we're gonna dive right on into it, and we're gonna jump in with Fox News and see what's going on, man. So let's go ahead and get this thing going.
This is a Fox News alert. News from the President of the United States that there has been an attack inside Iran. Just moments ago, President Donald Trump putting out on Truth Social, we have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. Again, this from President Donald Trump. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Again, that's just seconds ago from President Donald Trump on Truth Social, suggesting that those B-2 bombers that perhaps were on the way may have been behind this. We'll get more details on these 3 sites that the president said has been attacked inside Iran. This comes after days of negotiations to try to get Iran to the negotiating table. The president of the United States saying it would have to be unconditional surrender, saying enrichment would have to stop. We heard from negotiations in Europe that was not being accepted by the Iranians, that they would not stop enriching uranium. There was a thought that this could go as long as 2 weeks, as the president said he would decide within 2 weeks. However, 2 days is within 2 weeks. And now word from President Donald Trump that these attacks have happened. Again, interesting that 3 sites have been struck by U.S. bombers. And this, again, we'll get more information about the exact targets and what bombs were used. We expect that the GBU-57, the bunker buster, the massive penetrator bomb, may have been one of those used. Fordo is a nuclear facility inside Iran that is roughly a half-mile deep underneath a rock mountain-like facility.
Man, I don't know, Trump. I kind of get why he did it, because Iran is not a place that you want with that type of nuclear power. They're very radical, very extreme, and I get why he hit them. You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, Trump has always said if he was in office, wars wouldn't be happening. And right now, we got a few of them going on. Now, Trump, I've been supporting you from day one since 2016. But right now, man, I just got to ask you a question. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. But at the same time, you got to look at it from both ends of the stick, too. Because y'all know Iran do not like America. They get that type of power. You don't think they would test it? Now, I'm not saying that's a guarantee. That's just my opinion on the fact. But let's go ahead and continue on.
That has been said to be the site of a lot of the enrichment capability. Esfahan, believed to be a storage facility for enriched uranium, and Natanz, another part of the nuclear facilities. They have several throughout Iran. It has been long described as a very difficult and tedious effort to go after these nuclear sites. But the U.S., for the first time, launching an attack inside Iran. Again, the president of the United States saying all of the planes are out of Iranian airspace. The bombings do continue by the Israelis inside Iran as this back and forth volley between Israel and Iran has continued for some 2 weeks. We expect to hear more about this operation, not only from the Pentagon, but perhaps from the White House, although the White House this evening, has called a lid, as far as meaning no one will talk after that. That may be changing now. Obviously, we have this Truth Social post.
I don't know, man, because I do recall that Israel said they didn't need us. You know what I'm saying? They said they can handle it on their own. So it's kind of crazy, man, that we out there helping. I don't know, man. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tap into what the Pentagon had to say. let's see what let's get on into it, man.
Last night, on the president's orders, U.S. Central Command, under the command of General Eric Kurilla, executed Operation Midnight Hammer, a deliberate and precise strike against 3 Iranian nuclear facilities. This was a complex and high-risk mission carried out with exceptional skill and discipline by our joint force. I want to thank every service member, planner, operator that made this mission possible. Their actions reflect the highest standards of the United States Armed Forces. This operation was designed to severely degrade Iran's nuclear weapons infrastructure. It was planned and executed across multiple domains and theaters with coordination that reflects our ability to project power globally with speed and precision at the time and place of our nation's choosing. This was a highly classified mission with very few people in Washington knowing the timing or nature of this plan. I'll refer you to the graphic on the side as I walk you through some of the operational details. At midnight Friday into Saturday morning, a large B-2 strike package comprised of bombers launched from the continental United States. As part of the plan to maintain tactical surprise, part of the package proceeded to the west and into the Pacific as a decoy, a deception effort known only to an extremely small number of planners and key leaders here in Washington and in Tampa. The main strike package, comprised of 7 B-2 Spirit bombers, each with 2 crew members, proceeded quietly to the east with minimal communications. Throughout the 18-hour flight into the target area, the aircraft completed multiple in-flight refuelings. Once over land, the B-2s linked up with escort and support aircraft in a complex, tightly timed maneuver requiring exact synchronization across multiple platforms in a narrow piece of airspace.
Man, I will say this right here to Iran. Y'all know not to play with America. So all that aggressiveness and we not gonna surrender and all of that. You're playing with the right one. You're playing with the right one. So, Trump is flexing the power a little bit, but again, I don't 100% agree with this because I don't think we should be getting involved with no war, especially after Iran done said that they could handle it. That's what I'm saying. That's my opinion on it. But Trump ain't playing. He gonna use this proxy war. He gonna flex that power, that American power. We got the technology to get it done. You know what I'm saying? Mess around and find out. That's what's gonna happen.
All done with minimal communications. This type of integration is exactly what our joint force does better than anyone else in the world. At approximately 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time last night, and just prior to the strike package entering Iran, a U.S. submarine in the Central Command area of responsibility launched more than 24 Tomahawk land attack cruise missiles against key surface infrastructure targets at Esfahan. As the Operation Midnight Hammer strike package entered Iranian airspace, the U.S. employed several deception tactics, including decoys, as the 4th and 5th generation aircraft pushed out in front of the strike package at high altitude and high speed, sweeping in front of the package for enemy fighters and surface-to-air missile threats. The strike package was supported by U.S. Strategic Command, U.S. Transportation Command, U.S. Cyber Command, U.S. Space Command, U.S. Space Force, and U.S. European Command.
Midnight Hammer. Trump hit him with that midnight hammer. It's crazy, man. I don't know. It's a tough one to decide on. So y'all go ahead and let me know how y'all feel, man. How do y'all feel about Trump sending the airstrikes to Iran? Let me know in the comments. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna move on. And also we're gonna talk about the Iron Dome. We're gonna move on next to the Iron Dome and show you all what Israel got going on over there with this situation. So let's go ahead and jump on in.
Every time Israel is under attack, you hear about the Iron Dome. the impenetrable shield. The life-saving wall in the sky. Since 2011, it's been Israel's first line of defense against missiles, rockets, or any other aerial attack. But what is the Iron Dome? And how does it actually work?
And I ain't gonna lie, boy, that Iron Dome, man, it's looking pretty tough out there. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's hitting pretty strong. That thing is just reading missiles straight up out there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Coming to America soon. Also, man, if you're still here right now and you're feeling the content, man, go ahead and hit that like for the algorithm, man. And also subscribe, man, for future news, man.
The Iron Dome is an air defense system. It is designed to blow threats out of the sky before they even hit the ground. So here's how it works. Step 1 is detection. A radar unit called the ELM 2084 is always scanning the skies. It can detect incoming rockets, artillery shells, and mortars, sometimes from as far as 100 kilometers away. It doesn't matter where the rocket comes from. If it's airborne, the Iron Dome sees it. Step 2 is calculation. As soon as a projectile is spotted, the Iron Dome's brain takes over. That's the battle management and weapon control center. It does the math in milliseconds, calculating the rocket's speed, direction, and likely impact point. Then comes the decision. If the rocket is going to land in an open field or the sea, the system does nothing, because why waste a missile?
The system
Ooh-wee. That's a tough one. That's a tough system right there, man. So let me go ahead and ask y'all a question, man. Do y'all think the Iron Dome will continue to hold up against Israel? Against Iran. I'm sorry, against Iran. If y'all think it's going to hold up, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I think it's going to hold up. I think it's going to hold up. I don't think Iran got enough firepower to go ahead and break through it. So yeah, drop in that comment, man, how y'all feel, man. We out.